Greetings, everyone. DFG here, Gideon's Flight. Hey, guys. I just wanted to give you an update on the meeting that I spoke about yesterday in regards to the video that was posted late last week on Katrina Recovery and where it is, today. Uh, there was a meeting held yesterday, and the meeting was held over at the Sanchez Center. And this is a center that's in the Lower Ninth Ward. And the subject matter around the meeting was around climate and environment. And unfortunately, like so many others who attended the meeting, I went into the meeting truly thinking that Councilwoman Wynn was heading up a meeting, on behalf of the Lower Ninth Ward around the climate of the Lower Ninth Ward and the environment of the Lower Ninth Ward. To my disappointment, I must say, and this is no fault to Councilwoman Wynn, but you had probably a room, 50, 60, 70 people. Room was packed, a small room. I believe that most of these people were not regulars because the word had gotten out around town that Councilwoman Wynn would be there holding a climate environmental meeting, about the Lower Ninth Ward, the areas that I showed you on the video. Unfortunately, most of these people found out, as I did, that this was climate warming, climate control, censored, government sponsored meeting around land erosion, pollution, and other matters that contribute to global warming. And my personal opinion, that was very disingenuous of the people who were sponsoring that program, and most certainly the people who communicated the way they communicated. In essence, it was, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, it was done, deceptionally. The deception was intended, because had they told all those people, including myself, that this was about global warming and climate control, I would have found something better to do with my time. Maybe like, just going around picking up trash and knocking on doors and asking people to rally with me to go down to the White House, to City Hall, and talk to Mayor Cantrell and the City Council team around what the heck is going on in the Lower Ninth Ward. Why have you guys have taken no sense of urgency towards addressing the problems in the city, and you have no compulsion to do anything about it? 13 years have passed, nothing has happened, and pretty much you guys have, it's become the time that time has forgotten, the land that time has forgotten. So there it is. These people were sitting in there along with myself and listening to someone put up a map talking about, don't put chicken and meat in red beans because somehow or another that's hurting the environment. I mean, first of all, they should have enough sense to know you're in New Orleans. They put meat in everything. Gumbo, po' boy, jambalaya, muffalata, etc. There's no such thing as food without meat in New Orleans. So that was a waste of everybody's time on many different levels. But anyway, back to the urgent matter at hand. My son Derek was with me. We walked out of that meeting because Congresswoman Wynn was not going to be there for the entire meeting. And we did have an opportunity to, in the hallway, have a brief meeting with Councilwoman Wynn. And Councilwoman Wynn is the councilwoman for District E, which includes the Lower Ninth Ward, New Orleans East, and I think the Ninth Ward in general. She has the biggest district in the city. Okay, and there are I think 5, 6 different districts in the city. Right, but her area spans more land than any of these other districts. So someone who has the potential, to be very, very influential, in my opinion, with the right compassion. She seems like a good person, and this is just from a 5-minute conversation. and she did, set up an opportunity for me to meet with her again. So on tomorrow, Wednesday, the 10th of October, 3 o'clock, I'm going to be meeting with her at City Hall, and from 3 to 4. And I'm going to be talking about all the things you've heard me talking about in regards to, the changes that are needed here in the lower Ninth Ward in New Orleans. So I'm hoping that you guys, continue to share that first video, share this video, and look for the next video, because the only way we're going to be able to help, the needy here, those elderly people there. The majority of the people that were at that meeting yesterday, by the way, were probably 68, 69 and older. And it's just kind of ridiculous that you would, grab people from that age group to talk about global warming, something that they're not certain is going to happen to the landfall. And if land erosion happened, trust me, those people won't be around to talk about it. Not that they shouldn't care, because their grandchildren will be around, but that's not the right audience. And I truly believe they were taken advantage of just for numbers, because if nothing else, they made sure they gave them free food and made sure they took all of their information so they can go back, pad their numbers to continue to push this political agenda around global warming, so that they can keep jobs and continue to siphon off of the national budget and place it over in their bucket, taking money that should be placed down here where it genuinely and truly can be effective, and it can impact and make some difference. But again, I digress. I stop, with that. So anyway, that's the update in terms of where we stand in terms of getting, the attention, getting some focus, and getting some action, for the lower Ninth Ward. And again, thank you guys who have supported, the videos. Some of you guys who have encouraged me, some of you guys who have personally spoken with. I just want to thank you personally for what you're doing. More to do. Please don't stop, because I truly believe that this is Yahweh's, vision and purpose. And I truly believe that, he is looking for someone who's willing to go. And I have raised my hand and volunteered and said, Yahweh, send me. I'll go. I'll go on behalf of those who, need a voice, those who need, someone who will take a stand and rightfully, with righteous indignation, righteously, stand for justice and what's right for these poor, people in this community, especially the little children and, the widows who really need the support of us, okay, and you. So thank you for that. One other thing I want to say before I end this video, I want to show you something here. And I think this is very important. And I'm just going to show you a picture. This picture here, put this right up here, right by the camera. You see that? It says 47% of the kids in New Orleans, Louisiana public schools screen positive for signs of PTSD. Look at that, guys. That's a billboard here in the city. Now, why would, a city that knows it has a problem with its children allow children to live outside in this environment? I mean, it's unexcusable. It's almost as though they're trying to continue to support their school-to-prison pipeline system, because they know if these children are suffering with depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, they know that these kids are going to turn to nefarious behaviors down the road. And they know these children are going to end up in the prison system. So it's almost as though it's intentional. And, someone might ask, and rightly so, well, if they didn't care, Dale, they wouldn't have the billboard up there. Well, sometimes, data, statistics are just cover stories. That's all they are. They're just cover. They don't have any intention to do anything. It's just covering themselves in case something happens. Then they can say, well, we did diagnose your child with TD. So, ma'am, the police were not at fault for shooting your child. Your child had some psychological issues. So sometimes you see these stats and data, even in business. We all know that stats and data, those are cover stories. They're I guess the best word to say is it's the outward reflection of something going on inwardly. Okay? But the stats are not the solution. The data is not the solution. So showing a sign like that doesn't do anything for those children, doesn't do anything for anybody. It just gives the city a cover in case there's a problem down the road, and they can say, well, we did diagnose that they were having some problems. Well, if you cared, you would take down the sign and just go take care of the children. If the children really matter, you say, forget spending money on billboards. Let's just go down here in the lower Ninth Ward, get some action-oriented, motivated, inspired leadership throughout this city, and gather the constituents like they do at election time, and come down here and start working and help us get something done. And I did say the word us, because I don't plan to exclude myself. I plan to be right in the middle, doing my part like every one of you all who's helped with sharing the video has done. And like some in the community have spoken up and showed up at that meeting on yesterday. And again, I'll stop right there with that. And last thing I'm going to say here is that I was looking at what is the gross. New Orleans is one of the top 50 cities in the nation as far as gross domestic product. All right? New Orleans has a gross domestic product of $90 billion every single year. And the state city tax runs somewhere around 9%, pretty damn high. So there's a potential tax base of $7.6 billion that is generated by this city annually. $7.6 billion. Now, how can $7.6 billion times 13 give us these kind of results in the lower 9? And yet, we have a mayor, past mayors, who tell you they really care about their city and they care about their people. I mean, my goodness, we gave a key to Jay-Z. A key to the city to Jay-Z. Yeah, Jay-Z as in Sean Carter, Beyonce, Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? The once thug, drug dealer, rapper, now, rapping mogul or whatever he calls himself these days. Him. We gave him a key to the city, and yet we have the people living in a dump. Go figure. So, Miss Mayor, I hope this is not the way you're going to move your administration as we move forward. We hope it's not going to be a celebrity-based, agenda you're going to have. It's going to be a people-centric agenda. At least I pray and hope that's your intention. But if not, I promise you, we won't go away. Remember this face. Take a good look at this face, because you're going to see this face. And many more faces. Not so much the Aboriginal aspect of it, but the power of the people. All right? Because we're coming. And we're not going to let this continue to go on. And then the last thing, the poverty rate here in this city is 27%. 27% poverty rate in New Orleans. That's crazy. That's twice the poverty rate of the national government. And not only that, since Katrina, about 50,000 jobs have been added in this city. Would you believe that 7 out of 10 of those jobs are jobs that pay below the local average wage? Now, this is the South. How you going to add 50,000 jobs and 7 out of 10 of those jobs pay below the local average wage? And as you know, minimum wage here runs about $8 an hour. So you're encouraging these people not to work by putting them in a situation where if they worked 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week, they still would not be able to take care of their basic needs and responsibilities without a bunch of assistance. And men are naturally, not males, men are naturally independent individuals. They don't want to ask. I feel like they don't have this instinct to go and ask and beg. They don't like it. And if you create a situation where you tell them to go work and they still have to ask and beg, they'll ask and beg and say to hell with the work if that's what they got to do. Or they'll find other, nefarious ways, to generate income, i.e. drug deal. All right, or worse. So there you have it, guys. That's the update. The meeting is tomorrow at 3 o'clock. I will be getting back with you probably 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow. Again, share this video, subscribe to the video. And men in New Orleans, I met a lot of men a couple of nights ago at this event. Guys, get involved. We need your help. Young men, middle-aged men, older men, get involved. We need your help. Don't be on the sideline. There's a saying that in the game of life, the 50-yard seats don't enter me. Why? Because I came to play. Participate, guys. We need you. Bye now.